Welcome to Super Showdowns, the ultimate destination for epic battles and legendary showdowns. Join us as we put iconic superheroes, villains, and mythological figures against each other in thrilling matches of strength, strategy, and skill. The desert sands of New Mexico lay still under the dying sun. A whispering wind skimmed across the cracked terrain, brushing through forgotten test sites and crumbled bunkers that once echoed with humanity's attempt to control the uncontrollable. One such relic, Gamma Base, had been abandoned for over a decade until today. Inside the concrete skeleton of the base, a clandestine operation buzzed with life again. Computers blinked, guards patrolled, scientists whispered, and in the heart of the facility, a monstrous figure stood suspended in an energy cage that flickered with green pulses. Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. His reptilian eyes scanned the room, filled with contempt. His body, twisted and grotesquely muscular, was scarred from countless clashes, the most notable being with Hulk himself. Though he'd been comatose for years after their last battle in Harlem, the government's dark science had revived him for one purpose: to finish what he started. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross stood in the observation chamber, arms crossed. Age had wrinkled his face, but his will was steel. Behind him stood a sleek-suited woman from SHIELD, Director Maria Hill. "You're playing with gamma fire again, Ross," Hill warned. Ross lit a cigar, unbothered. "We've played with worse. This time we control it." Hill raised an eyebrow. "You don't control Blonsky. You point him, and when you miss..." Ross cut her off. "We won't miss. Banner's been off the radar for too long. He's hiding, but he won't hide from this." They both turned as Blonsky's growl echoed through the intercom. "I feel him out there," the Abomination snarled. "Bring me the green, coward, or I'll come for you." Thousands of miles away, Bruce Banner stood in a quiet rainforest, the Amazon canopy sheltering him like a mother's arms. Dressed in rags, he tended to a village where modern medicine rarely reached. Children played near his feet, unaware of the beast that slumbered just beneath his skin. Banner had found peace here, balance, no triggers, no weapons, just humanity. That was until the sky roared. A Black Ops VTOL jet screamed across the sky before dropping a vibrating capsule into the clearing. Banner barely had time to react as the ground exploded and a mechanical sphere uncurled, projecting a hologram of General Ross. "Banner," Ross's voice crackled, "the monster you buried has awakened, and he's coming for you." Banner clenched his fists. "I told you, I'm done being your weapon. It's not about choice anymore, he's loose. You're the only one who can stop him, or do you want more blood on your hands?" The message ended. The capsule hissed once and self-destructed. Banner stared at the rising smoke. His breathing changed. Heartbeat quickened. "Not now, not here," he whispered. His eyes flashed green.
Hey you, don't just watch. Subscribe please.
Back at Gamma Base, the security team rushed through camera feeds. The Abomination had escaped. Walls were shattered, guards unconscious, and thick green footprints led into the desert. "He's headed toward a civilian center," a young tech shouted. "Radiation signatures match. He's moving fast." Maria Hill barked orders. "Evacuate the area. We can't let him get to people." Ross stood silent, watching the screen. "He wants Banner. We give him Banner." Banner traveled back through shadows of his past. From Brazil to Canada to Harlem, his ghosts followed. But it was Harlem that bled the most. Here, years ago, buildings crumbled and streets cracked under the clash of titans. Innocents screamed. Memories haunted him. He returned in secret, his hood up, every step bringing back echoes. There, in the heart of Harlem's destruction, stood the man responsible. Abomination waited. He was taller than Banner remembered. His body had mutated further, bones protruding like armor, his chest steaming with gamma heat. "You came," Abomination growled. "I didn't come to fight," Banner said, voice shaking. "People live here, they've rebuilt. They'll rebuild again." Abomination spread his arms. "Come out, Hulk. Let's finish this." Banner closed his eyes. The hum began in his ears, that familiar burning in his blood. He whispered, "Don't make me do this." Screams echoed from nearby. Abomination had roared, shattering windows. People fled, sirens howled, and the skies darkened with tension. Banner was shoved against a wall by Abomination's charge. "Where's your monster now?" Blonsky mocked. And then it happened. A sound like a bomb exploding from within. Bones cracked. Muscles tore and rebuilt. Skin burned green. Banner's scream turned into a beast's roar. The Hulk had awakened. He rose from the street like a green mountain, snarling with fury, eyes locked on his old enemy. "Abomination!" Hulk growled, voice like thunder. "You want fight?" Abomination grinned. "Oh, I need it." Harlem held its breath. From cracked rooftops and shattered windows, onlookers peeked in terror as two monsters stood in the heart of the city. Goliaths, sculpted by Gamma, forged in fury. Abomination flexed his grotesque muscles, a mass of scales, bone, and rage. Hulk's fists clenched, each knuckle like a green boulder. The ground trembled under their weight. They didn't speak. They remembered, and then they charged. Their collision was like the wrath of titans. The shockwave knocked nearby lampposts down and shattered every car window within a block. Hulk's fist landed first, square into Abomination's jaw, sending the mutated soldier skidding through the street, carving up asphalt like a living freight train. But Abomination was faster than ever. Before Hulk could press forward, Abomination sprang back with animalistic agility, ramming his spiked shoulder into Hulk's gut. Hulk coughed blood, but didn't fall. Instead, he grabbed Abomination by the waist and launched him through the nearest building. Bricks exploded, steel twisted. Civilians screamed and ducked for cover. Abomination emerged from the rubble roaring, debris cascading off his back. "You hit like a child, Banner." "I'm not Banner," Hulk snarled, leaping high into the air and crashing down on Abomination with a seismic two-footed stomp. The street cracked, water lines burst. Dust and steam clouded the battlefield. As the monsters clashed, Harlem became a war zone. Police sirens wailed, but no one dared approach. SWAT teams retreated. Military helicopters circled. From across the city, Ross and Hill watched via satellite drone feed. "He's stronger than before," Hill muttered, eyes widening as Hulk hurled an entire cement truck at Abomination like a baseball. Ross narrowed his gaze. "So is Banner." Abomination ducked the cement truck and charged forward, slamming into Hulk with bone spikes protruding from his elbows. The two crashed through 3 parked cars, sparks flying as metal twisted and tires exploded. Hulk grabbed the front bumper of a destroyed police cruiser, swung it like a club, and smashed it across Abomination's side. The sound was deafening, metal on scale like thunder slamming against rock. Abomination howled and retaliated with a powerful backhand. Hulk flew across the street, embedded into a subway entrance. Tiles shattered, columns buckled. Hulk stood, wiping green blood from his mouth. His eyes burned, his rage boiled. "Hulk, smash!" He erupted forward with blinding speed, catching Abomination mid-charge, lifting him overhead and body slamming him through the pavement. The shock split the road. Asphalt curled like paper. A bus flipped sideways. They kept fighting. They crashed through a laundromat. Hulk swung a washer like a hammer. Abomination tore through it and flung Hulk through a corner store. Hulk grabbed a refrigerator and threw it with such force it embedded into Abomination's chest, cracking his bone plates. "You never learn," Hulk growled. "You always lose." "You don't get it," Abomination coughed, pulling the fridge out with one hand. "I want to lose. I want to feel it. The pain makes me alive." He charged again, swinging wildly. Hulk ducked under, grabbed his enemy's leg, and swung him around in a full circle spin, smashing Abomination into building after building like a ragdoll. Boom, crash, crack. With one final swing, Hulk launched Abomination across an entire city block. He landed with a distant, dull boom, smoke rising. Bloodied and broken, Abomination staggered to his feet. His chest heaved, his spikes cracked, but his will hadn't broken. He stomped toward Hulk, limping, snarling, "Come on, give me everything." Hulk nodded once. He planted his feet, took a deep breath, and charged with everything he had. This time, no technique, no tricks, just raw, gamma-powered fists. Bam! Left hook to the ribs. Boom! Right cross to the face. Crack! Elbow to the spine. Slam! Knee to the sternum. Abomination reeled. Hulk lifted him up and threw him into the sky, leaping after him like a green thunderbolt. Mid-air, he grabbed Abomination's arm and twisted, snap, before slamming him back down to earth. They landed in the middle of Harlem Park, creating a crater the size of a swimming pool. Abomination groaned. He tried to rise, but Hulk stomped on his chest, pinning him. "Stay down," Hulk growled. I can't," Abomination whispered, voice shaking. "I don't know how." Hulk's face softened, just for a moment. "Then I'll teach you." He grabbed Abomination's head, reared back, and delivered a thunderous punch that shook the sky. Lightning cracked. Drones shuddered in the air. Abomination stopped moving. A hush fell over Harlem. The sky cleared. The smoke settled. Hulk stood over his fallen rival, chest rising and falling, blood on his fists, rage draining slowly. People emerged from shelters, stunned. Phones recorded. Sirens grew louder. Hulk turned away and began to walk, slowly, steadily, a green titan limping into the distance. No roar, no celebration, just silence. He had won, but victory tasted like ash.